Hello students, myself Dr. Jyoti C.K., Assistant Professor, Department of Physics. Title of the paper, Optical Instruments, Laser and Electrodynamics. In a laser, we are studying about the principles, what are the properties of the laser and energy level diagram of the laser. Before going directly to the principle of the laser, I will give the information about the laser. Like the laser was built by Theodore H. Feynman in the year 1960. Laser means what? It is the device which will give the light energy by the optical amplification based upon the stimulated emission. This we call it as a laser. Then what is the full form of the laser? That is a LASER. Means what here? Here L stands the light, A is for the amplification, S is for the stimulated and E is for the emission and R will be the radiation. Means light amplification by the stimulated emission of radiation. So this is the full form of the laser. Laser is nothing but the device which will give rise to the light energy through the process optical amplification. Optical amplification is based upon the stimulated emission. So this is about the laser. To understand the basic laser operation or to understand the principle of the laser, first we should try to understand some of the important terms will be there. Like what do you mean by the stimulated absorption? Another name for the stimulated absorption is induced absorption. I have written here induced absorption. What are the stimulated emission and a spontaneous emission? So these are the important terms to know about the principle behind this laser. Okay. Here in this figure, we can see now difference between the ordinary light and the laser beam. Here is an ordinary light bulb. What we observe here, where we can see that the intensity is distributed in all the direction. Here it is moving in a same single way. It is a highly direction. It is not highly direction. And we can see here the different wavelengths. Here the ordinary light bulb is emitted by the different wavelength. Here a single wavelength will be there. They are incoherent. This light bulb is an incoherent, whereas a laser beam is a coherent. So this is a difference between the light bulb and the laser bulb here. I will tell now what you mean by this monochromatic. Here I have written as a monochromatic and the coherence. In the next slides we will study that. Again here, directly going to this, again the principle of the laser, as I told here, we should know some of the important terms like what do you mean by the stimulated absorption, spontaneous emission, stimulated emission. So first we will try to know about this stimulated emission. Okay. So now in a stimulated emission, let us consider now the atom. Atom is now lying in this ground state here. This E1 represents the energy level for the ground state. E2 is the energy level for higher energy state. The atom will be here in the stimulated absorption. The atom will be in the ground state. Stimulated absorption, stimulate. To whom you have to stimulate? For the atom you have to stimulate it. Absorption means what here? Atom is going to absorb. The name itself indicating stimulated absorption. You are stimulating the atoms to absorb. What to absorb? To absorb the photon. Means this atom will be in the ground state. You have to supply the energy to this atom. How you will supply the energy to the atom? Just by incidenting the photon. When the photon will comes, the atom will get stimulated. Your atom is going to get stimulated when it look at this photon. What it will do? The atom will simply absorb that photon and goes and sit into the higher energy level, that is a E2 state. Okay. So this we call it as a stimulated absorption. Next we will move to the spontaneous emission. What is mean by this spontaneous emission? The atom will be in an excited state here. Here the atom will not stay for longer than 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds. It has to come back to the ground state here. While coming back to the ground state, it will emit the photon. Here in this figure I have shown here emitted photon. This we call it as a spontaneous emission. The name itself indicating emission. Emits. energy in terms of the photon. Spontaneous means it has to come automatically. Spontaneously it has to come. Means it will not stay for more than 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds. Spontaneously it come back to the ground state by emitting the photon. So that we call it as a spontaneous emission. Okay. Now we will move to this stimulated emission. What do you mean by this stimulated emission? Stimulate. Again for this atom we have to stimulate. Here the atom. Where is the atom? The atom is again in a excited state. For this atom we have to stimulate. How you will stimulate? You incident the photon to this atom, so the atom will get stimulated. Stimulated emission. After stimulating it has to emit. Here atom will now again come back to the ground state, but during the downward journey it will emit the 2 photons, not a single photon. So this is the stimulated emission. If you incident the 1 photon, output you will get the 2 photons. If you incident the 2 photon, output you will get the 4 photons. Means it is a multiplication is taking place there. So you are stimulating. So this is the difference between the stimulated emission and the spontaneous emission. Spontaneous emission, what is happening? Only 1 photon is coming out. In a stimulated emission, what is happening here? In this, 2 photons are coming out. If you incident the 1 photon, output will be the 2 photons. If you incident the 2 photons, the output will be the 4 photons. Okay. So now this is the difference between the spontaneous emission, stimulated emission and the stimulated absorption. Okay. So now I have explained you the 3 process. That is the 3 terms I have explained now. Now we will move to the principle of the laser. It becomes an easy for us to know the principle of the laser. So here what is happening in the principle of laser is that we want a continuous emission of the laser for that. To have the continuous emission in a 2 energy levels, there is a 2 energy level means E1 and E2, we cannot get the continuous emission of the laser here. So to overcome this difficulty, one more energy level should be there, and that level we call it as a 3 energy levels, because we are having a 3 energy level. This is a 1 energy level, this is the 3rd energy level, and this one is in a 2nd energy level. Before what we have made use 2 energy levels. Now why we are making use of the 3 energy levels? In 2 energy levels we are not getting the continuous emission of the laser, due to which we want 3 levels. So now look at this figure. Here this is the ground state. The atoms are lying in a ground state. This is an excited state, and this is a metastable state. That is means the atom will now, for this atom which is lying in the ground state, you are incidenting the photon. The atom what will get? It gets stimulated with this photon and goes and sit into the higher energy level. In the previous, in the 2 levels, what will happen? The atom will simply move from ground to higher and higher from ground. It will emit the energy. But in a 3rd energy level, it is a different here. Atom will first move from this level 1 to the level 3 here. After that, it will move from level 3 to level 2. After that, from level 2 to level 1. While moving from level 2 to level 1, it will emit the photon. So thus itself, the 3rd state of this intermediate state, we call it as a metastable state. The another name for the metastable state is an intermediate state. So I have written here, for a continuous emission, instead of the 2 energy levels, there should be the 3 energy levels. If the atom is pumped from lower state to excited state, atom will not return back to the ground state, but instead it will jump to the 3rd state. That is an intermediate state. So metastable state is an important state to have the laser action. So this is about the 3 energy levels we have discussed here. So now let us consider here, I have written now, assembly of the atoms of some kind that have a metastable state of excitation energy h nu. Somehow we have to increase the majority of the atom to the metastable level. So what happens here now? I will show now. Here let us consider now, these are the 3 atoms. Here also the 3 atoms here the 3 atoms are there. For this 3 atom you incident the photon. So what happens here? These 3 atoms absorbs that and goes and sits to the higher energy level. As I told, in a higher energy level, what is a lifetime? It will stay only for 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds. But when you compare the lifetime of the higher energy level to the metastable level, lifetime of the metastable level is more compared to the excited state here. So what happens here? This atom will simply make a transition from lower level to the higher level. Thereafter, 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds, it comes back here. Now, by the pumping method, what you have to do? Somehow you have to increase the more amount of energy to move from this level to this level. Again here, after 10 to the power of 8 second, 3 atoms will come here. Again during this process, second, in the lower level, the transition is taking place simultaneously. Again 3 atoms will come. Again the atom will comes here. Again it will sit here. So what happens here? More number of atom will be started to collect at the metastable state here. Lesser number of the electrons or the lesser number of the atoms will be lying in a ground state. So now the atoms which are collected more in the metastable state, it will come back to the ground state. But what is happening here? It is continuous emission of the laser is taking place here now. We can see here. If we shine the light of the frequency nu on the assembly, there will be the more induced emission. Emission will be the more from the metastable state here. In this one, emission will be the more from the metastable state compared to the absorption here. As a result, amplification of the laser is taking place. And here, for the amplification of the laser, which is a most important process? Stimulated emission is a most important process. So the laser is based upon the stimulated emission process. So this you have to keep it in your mind here. So this is about the principle of the laser. Okay. So now we will study detail about this energy level diagram. Before I have told a short information about the stimulated absorption. Now I will tell you the detailed information about this stimulated absorption. So here, as I told, 3 kinds of the transition will be involving in the electromagnetic radiation, and that transition is possible in the case of 2 energy states like a E1 and an E2. So here already I have explained there what is a stimulated absorption. What is that? Atom will be in the ground state. For this atom, it absorbs the photon and goes and sits into the higher energy state. That we call it as a stimulated absorption. Now, this is the energy level diagram for the stimulated absorption. So, this I have written as a before. What is happening before? After, what it is happening here, which is shown here. The atom is sitting here in an excited state here. This is an after case. So, how we will represent this stimulated absorption now? Now, I will written now. Atom is in the ground state. I will written as an atom plus photon. This is a before process. After, what it will do? Atom will goes and sit into the higher energy state. That is an atom star. Means the atom. Simply I have written as an atom. What it indicates that atom will be in the lower energy state. Atom star means excited state. For this atom, instead of the photon, it will absorb that photon and goes and sit into the higher energy state. So this is about the energy level diagram for the stimulated absorption. Now we will move to the spontaneous emission. Again here, before what is happening? Before the atom will be in an excited state. Again it will not stay for 10 to the power of minus 8 second. It will come back to the ground state. But during the back journey, it will emit the photon. That is h nu is equal to E2 minus E1 here. So how we will represent now? Here atom is in an excited state. So therefore the first one I am representing as an atom star, which is equivalent to atom is now moving in the ground state. Therefore atom plus, while doing the back journey, it is emitting the photon. So therefore I have written as an atom plus photon. Therefore the spontaneous emission is now represented as atom star is equal to atom plus photon. Okay. So this is about the spontaneous emission. And what are the characteristics of the spontaneous emission? Spontaneous emission is nothing but the random process. They are the random process and it is an uncontrollable. It is an uncontrollable and it is an randomly moving here. This we have to note it out. And also it is an independent of external radiation and the light intensity. And whatever the photons emitted from the various atoms in an assembly, they are not in a phase here. They are not in a phase. They are the incoherent. These are the characteristics of the spontaneous emission. And in an ordinary light, please make a note here. In an ordinary light, spontaneous emission is more dominated. As I shown in the first figure itself. As I told here, in the first figure, we can see now, this is the spontaneous emission, which is an incoherent here. It is moving here and there. Incoherent. No phase difference is there. Phase difference is not the same here. They are with the moving with the different wavelength. They are moving here and there. The intensity is also distributed in all directions. So this is about the characteristic of the spontaneous emission. So spontaneous emission is more dominated in a case of the ordinary light bulb here. So ordinary light, spontaneous emission is a more dominated. Now we will move to the stimulated emission. Here first the atom will be in an excited state. For this atom, incident the photon. So now what happens here? The atom will absorbs, it interact with this photon and comes back to the ground state. While during the ground state, it will emit the 2 photons. I have told that. But how will be there photons? And that photon, when you observe it, the photons is of the same frequency. You can observe here, and they are in the same phase. Here also moving in the upward direction. It is also moving in the upward direction. Again in the downward, downward means it is of the same phase. Wavelength is of the same phase here, and they are moving in the same direction. They are not moving here and there as it in the spontaneous emission. So in the stimulated emission, what is that? It is moving in the highly direction. They are highly directional, highly monochromatic, and they are the coherence. How they will represent this stimulated emission here? Stimulated emission, what is that? Before it is lying in an excited state. So what that I have written as an atom star plus photon you are incidenting. Photon. What will be the output? Output, atom will comes to the ground state. Therefore the atom plus how much photon you are getting? 2 photons. So in this way we can represent the stimulated emission. So then what are the characteristic here? As I told, stimulated emission means it is in a coherent radiation. So the beam of the electromagnetic radiation which is coming from such a source is in a highly intense, monochromatic, coherent, and they are highly directional. So therefore for the laser action, stimulated emission is more dominated compared to the spontaneous emission. So please make a note here, for the laser action, stimulated emission is more important for us. So still now we learnt about the principle of the laser. What are the 3 processes like a stimulated absorption, spontaneous emission, and the stimulated emission. So now we will move with the properties of the laser. So first property is monochromatic. Monochromatic means what here? Laser beam will contains a single frequency, and they are highly monochromatic and a sharper when you compare it with the conventional source of a light like an ordinary bulb here. So laser beam wavelength is about a 10 to the power of minus 9 nanometer. So second property is that intensity. Laser beam are highly intensive. They emits in a narrow beam, and entire energy of the laser is concentrated at the smaller region. When you switch on the laser, you will observe that where the energy of the laser is simply concentrated at the smaller region. And third property is that they are the highly directional. So laser beam are highly directional. Means what here? There is an only small angle of deviations is taking place here. Only small angle of divergence is taking place. It means that the energy which is carried by the laser beam can be collected easily, and it can be focused at the smaller area. So this is about the third property. And the fourth one is the coherence. Means a laser beam was of highly coherent. Means what here? Laser beams having the same energy, same phase, and the same moment. So this is about the properties of the laser. So till now we learnt about the principle of the laser, energy level diagram of the laser, and the properties of the laser. So next class we will continue with the another topic. Okay students?